guys, this is the video for Tuesday, May 12th. So first you're going to do that vocab quiz 17. That Quizlet is in the Monday folder if you want to take a look at that before you take the quiz. Remember there's matching and a paragraph to that. And then study this vocab Quizlet 18. This will be the last one. That way you can focus on finishing up Hobbit stuff in the next couple weeks. So look this over for the quiz next Tuesday. And then last thing, and probably most important thing I need you to think about or start working on today is working on your Hero's Journey and map projects. So remember, both of these are Google Docs that you have already saved in your Google Drive. So you need to go there and find them. So in your Google Drive, find your copy of Stages of the Hero's Journey in the Hobbit Google Doc and add to it based on your reading of chapters 5 through 8. What I would do is look over examples of the hero's journey in Lion King and Star Wars if you're having trouble understanding the stages of the hero's journey. These will all download, so if downloading things isn't working for you, let me know and I can just share it with you. So I was getting some questions on what exactly the stages of the hero's journey are, because they weren't super well explained. So like the ordinary world is just, for example, the Lion King went before everything starts. So it's just what's going on before we actually see. The call to adventure is something that entices the main character into going on an initial quest or going on the journey. So Scar setting up Simba and the wildebeests. I hope they're wildebeests, I'm pretty sure. Entering the unknown or crossing the first threshold. So going off on starting the adventure is what crossing the threshold means. Enemies, threshold guardians. So the people that are guarding your way, normally enemies. So to scroll through this and hopefully it helps you understand the different pieces. This has lots of extra pieces that we don't, not all heroes' journeys are exactly the same, but this should help you understand that a little bit better. And then there's a Star Wars example and the hero's journey stages. So this tells you what crossing the threshold is, what other things are, blah, blah, blah. So stages in the hero's journey. It's not this one. So as you're going through, remember, I would like evidence from the novel. For most of them, though, it'll help you put it in your own words. So like the ordinary world is just Bilbo at home. So then I found a piece of evidence from chapter 1. And this should actually be 7. I'm just going by the page numbers that are on each individual pages. So the call to adventure is when Gandalf stops by Bilbo's house one morning to ask him to join a quest he's planning. Again, most of these are in chapter 1, actually. So I just found a quote, and Gandalf says, "I'm looking for someone to share in an adventure." So I just found that quote. Author's last name and page number in parentheses. The refusal, Bilbo says quite a few times, we don't want any adventures here. I don't want any adventures here. And again, author's last name and page number in parentheses. So just go through and add to each of these steps as much as you can. If you need help, obviously message me. But yeah, and again, this isn't due until the end of the book because all of this, like reward, so them getting the prize, the road back, them coming home, atonement, return, all those things won't happen till the end of the book anyway. And then the other thing is your map. So you have 3 weeks to complete the planning sheet and your map. I would start thinking about whether or not you want to create a digital or a handmade, like a paper map. Think about what you have at home or what kind of websites or applications you're familiar with that could help you create a map. So as of right now, you should still just be working on this planning sheet that helps you collect evidence for different places. So Bilbo's Hobbit hole, I picked the first sentence of the whole book, and then describing the door, what it looks like on the inside, and then I just described what happens here. So Bilbo and Gandalf meet there, the dwarves all come, they have a party. Again, I'm just pulling quotes from the chapter PDFs. For your map, I would just worry about getting this done right now and figure out, are you going to make a digital or a handmade copy? And that is it for today. Message me if you have any questions. Okay, bye.